I don't know where I end and other people begin. And to illustrate this point, this is how I think normal people work. I think normal people, they have an ego that is rigid and defined, and they have these things within their ego that represent them. Maybe they're things that they are, or that they want, or that they're values that they have. But they're walking around, and let's say they've got inside of them this triangle and this circle and this square. And then in the outside world, there's people who have all kinds of different shapes within them. But maybe Mr. Triangle comes along from the outside world. And then you guys can sort of meet in the middle, because, you contain a triangle and he contains a triangle. And, you're compromising. You're giving it a triangle. Okay, a circle comes along. Well, I've got a circle. So you can meet in the compromise zone. And then this person's, you're meeting and you're giving this person a circle. Okay, we run to a rhombus. Well, okay, I don't have a rhombus within me, but, okay, well, I can give maybe like 3 triangles like this. Okay, it's not perfect, but it's enough to, meet with the rhombus guy. And then there's this sort of amorphous, scary blob. Oh, well, maybe I try to give him the square, and then it doesn't really work. This doesn't work at all. And this is how I imagine normal people work. For me, though, it's a lot more like, it's more like there's no self. Like, it's more like, if I'm anywhere, it is that I am some sort of entity that can sort of shape the compromise zone. Like the compromise zone is as far as my ego goes. That's as far as I identify myself with. And I don't identify myself with any of those internal things, those internal values. They don't really feel like my own. And when I engage with other people and I talk with other people and I know other people, it really feels a lot more like they're just sort of, they're like sort of colonizing me. They're sort of psychically taking over my ego, and they're sort of placing themselves within my own mind and dictating the things that I want and feel. And so I need a circle guy, and then a part of my ego genuinely becomes sort of like a circle, and I need a blob guy, and a part of my ego genuinely becomes a little blobby. And I know what these people want. I know that Mr. Rhombus wants me to become a rhombus. And I became Catholic because my mom wanted me to become Catholic. And this seems to me, you might hear this, you might think, you're just a really agreeable guy. I think something much more fucked up is going on than me being agreeable. Because I'm Catholic. I'm not pretending to be Catholic. The net effect of this, maybe to an extent, isn't so bad, You are the people you hang around with. That's very true for me. But I think I might know too many people now. And I know so many people that it really feels like I'm being sort of psychically colonized in every different direction. I'm also really good at sort of figuring out what people want. It's not like it's their fault. It's simply a process of me being around people that I get an understanding of their needs and how I can serve them. And before I even make a decision, I feel myself losing myself than the other person. My ego is so permeable that I forget who I am just by being in contact with someone else, in the physical proximity of someone else. And this makes me really good in relationships. It's a lot. That's a joke. I'm trying to do some stand-up here. I don't know. My comedy isn't really ha-ha funny. If I spend enough time alone, then slowly, an aspect of my ego starts to emerge. A little aspect of my ego that is sincerely me begins to emerge, and it's misshapen, and it's strange, but it is me, and it's undeniably me. And it over a long period of time, I can push back some of the psychic colonization that's going on here, and I can sort of start to reclaim what I actually think about things. And there is something there. There is a me in there. It's just very, very weak. It's just very tiny. I feel like the Tau in 40K, where they've got a psychic presence, but it's too small for demons to really care about. And so I guess I should just spend more time with myself. Which is, I know I'm supposed to say that now, because I've built up a train of logic where it seems like I'm in pain from being taken over by different entities and allowing myself to be possessed by these different entities. And I've told you that when I'm alone, I sort of rebuild my ego. And so the thing I'm supposed to say now is I should spend more time with myself to avoid this process happening to me. That's what I should say. Do you know how I know that's what I should say? Do you know why I'm saying that? I'm saying that because I want to say it. And I want to say it because I know that's what you want me to say. Yeah,